Get ready. The action starts now. This is Halliburton Sports.
Welcome to Halliburton Sports. I'm Michael Smith. We are live tonight at the center of the Roar.
The stadium lights are humming, the air is thick with hope, and the smell of cheap hot dogs is a fragrance we all know.
We travel now across the land, from the frozen north to the desert sun, to see the fans who give their souls to the teams that wear the jersey. First, we trek to Wisconsin to the land of the Green Bay Packers. Look at the frozen tundra, where the green and gold reside.
Fan A is in the front row in the dead of January. He has no shirt on his back, just a thick layer of paint. He wears a wedge of foam cheese like a crown of royalty. The temperature is 0. His skin is turning blue.
But he claims the team spirit keeps his internal organs warm. We move from the ice to the rain to the home of the Seattle Seahawks. Out in the Pacific Northwest, the ground begins to shake. The 12th man is screaming, shaking the Richter scale.
Fan B is in the nosebleeds, staring at the line of scrimmage. He is trying to use his mind to guide the quarterback's arm. He spent 3 hours chanting a sequence of secret numbers, convinced the blitzing linebacker could feel his psychic weight.
From the pros to the campus greens, where the students lose their minds. In the hallowed college halls, the statistics are quite startling. At the big Southern SEC schools, the heat does strange things to the blood. Nearly 15% of fans under the age of 21 have a secret pact to streak. If the underdog scores a touchdown,
they vanish into the night, leaving behind their dignity and a very confused security guard. Cross the map to the Big Ten, where the stakes are even higher. Losses are not just statistics, they are fashion catastrophes. If the home team falls in battle, 40% of the frat house must wear the rival's colors to every Monday morning lecture. They sit in the front row, shrouded in enemy blue, weeping over their notebooks, while the professor just sighs.
Let's head to the East Coast now, to the Boston Red Sox and their cathedral. In the hallowed park of Fenway, the ghosts are always near. Fan C holds a wooden bat, sculpted from a fallen elm. He taps it on the bleachers every time the New York Yankees arrive. It is a rhythmic exorcism to keep the curse at bay.
He refuses to look at the scoreboard until the 9th inning is done, fearing a single glance will collapse the entire universe.
We board a flight for Illinois to visit the Chicago Cubs fans. Down on the north side, the laundry is a weapon. Fan D has a pair of socks that haven't seen soap in weeks. The cotton is now a solid, a fossil of playoff sweat. And his family staged a protest, holding masks over their faces, but he won't break the streak. The fabric holds the magic, he whispers to the wind, as he walks to the ballpark with a very wide personal radius.
Swap the dirt for the hardwood at the home of Duke basketball. The crazies are in the gym, vibrating with blue energy. Fan E brought a cardboard man, a likeness of the visiting coach. He spent the entire halftime asking the cutout about its mother. He tried to share his nachos with the two-dimensional face, offering a jalapeno as a gesture of mock peace.
The ushers moved him along, but the cutout stayed in his heart. Slide onto the ice in the Motor City, where the Detroit Red Wings play. The tradition is quite slippery. They throw things with 8 legs. But Fan F was a minimalist. He threw a vintage fedora. It landed on the goalie's head, a perfect fit for a winner. When asked for a comment, he adjusted his glasses and said,
"The man deserved a stylish hat for that glove save in the second." North of the border we go to the Montreal Canadiens faithful.
In the streets of Quebec, the sorrow is quite frozen. Fan G built a snowman goalie, 6 feet of packed white powder.
When the overtime goal went in, he didn't scream or shout. He plugged in a heavy-duty dryer and melted the icons away.
A puddle of blue and red slush ran down the driveway like tears while he hummed a funeral march.
Finally, we cross the Atlantic to the home of Borussia Dortmund. In the heart of the yellow wall, the smoke is a thick yellow veil. Fan H has a flare in each hand, glowing like a dying sun. He lost his eyebrows in the heat, but he has never felt more alive. The eyebrows will grow back, he tells the stadium medic, but a victory against the rivals is a permanent state of being. But wait, turn the volume down just a single notch tonight. The lights are still bright, but the shadows are getting long. The roar of the crowd you love can quickly turn into a growl. Underneath the lucky jersey beats a heart of liquid fire. Sometimes that fire jumps the wall and leaves a wreckage behind. Consider the Philadelphia Eagles in the city of brotherly shove. In 1960, the title was won, but the peace was quickly lost. Fans didn't just storm the grass for a souvenir blade of sod. They climbed the concrete walls and fought the local law. One sergeant was slashed deeply. The 14 fans ended the night with cast iron broken bones. Even the snowballs aren't safe. They famously pelted a Santa because the beer was flowing cold. Travel back to Ohio, 1974, with the Cleveland Guardians, then the Indians. The management had a plan, 10-cent beer night, they called it. 25,000 people consumed 60,000 cups. The fans charged the outfield with knives and heavy chains. The Texas Rangers were trapped, and the Cleveland manager
Told his boys to grab bats, to swing for their own lives. The game was forfeited in shame, a total and complete disaster.
Look at the Vancouver Canucks in the 2011 Cup Final. The game ended in a loss, and the city began to burn. $4 million in damage, stabbing victims, and tear gas. Rioters flipped a parked truck and watched it burn to the frame, and all because a puck missed the net. 300 people faced the law for a riot they'll never forget.
For True Scale, we look east to the Liverpool and Juventus clash. Hazel Stadium, 1985, a nightmare in the city of Brussels. Before the whistle ever blew, the tension snapped like a wire. 39 souls were lost to the heavy crush of the crowd.
The English clubs were banned for 5 long, silent years. Statistics tell the dark truth. Soccer holds the disaster crown. Don't think the Detroit Tigers stayed quiet when they won it all in '84. The victory in the World Series tasted like gasoline and smoke.
A police car was torched and flipped right outside the stadium walls. Fan Y held a team pennant, smiling for a camera lens,
Standing in front of the fire of a burning patrol cruiser. That image became the face of a city's sudden, sharp pain.
So next time you're in your seat, look at the fans in your section. Cheer for the deep touchdown. Scream for the game-winning goal.
But remember the thin line between the love and the rage. The game stays on the grass, or at least it really should.
The lights will eventually dim, and the grass will be cut short. Don't be the face on the news, holding a lighter to the world. Keep the passion in your chest, but leave the matches at home. Without your beautiful madness, the grass would just be green, and the scoreboard would be nothing but a bunch of lights. But madness needs a limit, or the game we love is lost.
Thank you for joining us on Halliburton Sports. I'll leave you with some fan stats.